Hello, I'd like to show you very quickly how to make a video slideshow in PowerPoint. PowerPoint might be something that you already have on your computer, or you might have access through school or work to Office 365, and many of you should actually have available to you to download PowerPoint to your PC from the Office 365 window. So you might want to check into that if you don't already have PowerPoint on your PC. The PC version of PowerPoint allows you to insert a photo album. And by inserting the photo album, it really makes it very simple to use PowerPoint without having some online software that puts a watermark and you have to pay to upgrade to make your slideshow. You can make it right here on your PC. So if I choose the file or disk wherever my pictures are stored, I'm going to make a photo slideshow of some computer cables. And all I have to do is choose select all, which is Control A as a shortcut key on my keyboard that selects all the pictures in that folder. It's easiest if you compile all the pictures that you want to use into one folder, but you don't have to. Then you can insert them. That way, if you needed to go and choose a different folder that might have different pictures, you could click on the file and disk and choose different pictures. Then what you'll want to do is you'll want to go through and select each photo. If for some reason you need to rotate the orientation of any of the photos, you cannot have them all selected, meaning you can only have one selected at a time in which you can rotate the orientation. These particular photos, I'm not needing to do that. You can also rotate the orientation in the actual slides once you've imported them, but for several people this might be a little bit easier to manipulate the photos before importing them. I generally start with fit to slide, and then I don't deal with a theme. As soon as you press create, it automatically makes your slideshow so that it has a black background. That's the default when you don't choose a theme. And you can tell that my photos all had a white background. So in some ways we might like that, and in some ways we might prefer that all the slide backgrounds be white. If you wanted to change all your slide backgrounds back to white, you could go to the design and choose the white, and that would make your slide with the white background, which would be appropriate for me in this particular presentation. You'll notice that my pictures were meant to be small for a different purpose, so the quality of my photos when they were enlarged is not as ideal, but that's not the point of this particular presentation. It's just to show you how to do this quickly. So now I can change this to, and then I might want to add some transitions. So if I go into transitions, I can add transitions and apply to all. If you choose to advance the slides automatically, which is what you're wanting to do in a video slideshow, you can then adjust the timing to approximately 5 seconds per slide. And then you can do additional animations. For example, what I might want to do is I might want to show the picture and then I might want to have a word come up later telling what that slide is, or what that cable is. So I may make my text box with some text on it and resize that text, and then go to the animations tab and have that text appear. Okay, now I might want it to appear after a delay of a certain amount of seconds, so I might want it to appear after 2 seconds when the slide's going to be up for 5. So let's take a look at how that's going to work when we play our slideshow. So we have to wait 5 seconds for this to go to the next slide. Now, before we can be sure that each slide is going to transition in 5 seconds, we want to go back to the first slide and we want to make sure the mouse click is off, and we notice that this wasn't set at 5 seconds here. So what we're wanting to do is we want to make sure we click that apply to all, so that applies to all of our slides. Now let's take a look at what that slideshow is going to look like. We're going to wait 5 seconds for this slide to auto advance. And now our cables come up, and 2 seconds later our text pops up, and then we go on to the next slide. So you could continue to add text 2 seconds later so that people could see the image before text comes up. This could be the case also if you're thinking about making a slideshow in which you have photos of people, like for example at the for a graduation party. You might want to have photos of a person and you might want captions to pop up later. Or if you have photos of several people, maybe you want their name to pop up with their photo. So those are some things you'd want to think about. After you've completed making your slideshow, one of the things that I suggest you do is that you make a new blank slide at the end. That is because when you make this a video, you kind of want it to end on the blank slide, and it's not going to end on that black blank slide like you saw when a slideshow runs through. So in order to make this a video, all you're going to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to choose export in the file menu and then choose create video. You can have it at presentation quality or internet quality. I would generally change it to internet quality, and then make sure that it says that it's using the recorded timings and narrations that you have in your slideshow, and then press create video. When you are finished creating your video, it's going to be saved in the folder in which you choose as an MP4. But I'm going to go back and make some more modifications to this before I finalize my video. One other thing that people might want to have in their video slideshow is they might want to add music. So here on the insert ribbon, I have the audio icon, and I can get audio from my PC. So in that same folder that I had these pictures, I have audio selected. I'm going to insert that audio. I'm going to choose to play it in the background across all slides, and I'm going to loop it until it is stopped. Okay, that means pretty much it's going to loop until you stopped it if you were running a presentation. But once this makes it a video, it's going to loop until the end of the video. So let's take a look at what that looks like as a presentation. And I think you get the idea. So, and then once again, I have the music. I would go to File, Export, and export my final project. And then we'll take a look at what it looks like as an